Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Poltergeist back again with another react to a ghost video. Today's video is 5 scary ghost videos that experts can't explain, and it is from the channel Fearsome Top 5. I've never seen this channel before. I'm hoping I get some videos on here that I haven't seen before, because I've seen a lot of ghost videos. I've seen a lot of Nuke's Top 5, I've seen a lot of Bizarre Bub, I've seen pretty much most of the clips that you're gonna see on YouTube. So today, hopefully this one's a little bit newer, a different channel, and hopefully we see some new stuff and we can talk about what's going on in there and see if we think these videos are real or not, or if they're actually even scary at all. So let's get into it. Fearsome Top. I like that font.
Welcome to Fearsome Top 5. Don't be alarmed, but the 5 scary videos that you're about to watch may just be proof of the paranormal. Number 1. TikTok user Tender Slug has built quite the reputation on TikTok as the girl that collects haunted dolls. And unsurprisingly, as her collection of dolls continues to grow, so does the strange activity inside of her home.
Who would have thought that having a weird, creepy doll collection could lead to weird, creepy things happening inside your home?
She's built quite the following on TikTok, as everyone eagerly waits to see what will happen next. And she's managed to catch her dolls moving on camera several times. But it looks like the entity in her home is not confined to that small porcelain body. Recently, Jennifer heard a strange noise.
Listen, if you got a collection of creepy dolls, you don't have just one entity. Let's be real here.
Coming from the basement. She quickly grabbed her phone and began recording.
Now, I'm like equal parts skeptic and believer. I believe in ghosts for sure. Like, absolutely. Like, listen, our existence is too weird to rule that stuff out. I mean, come on, you think that everything in the world just poofed out of a little pin dot and like ghosts somehow are too crazy for this type? Nah, dude. Like, absolutely, there's some weird stuff going on that we can't comprehend or, you know, see with our senses. But, you know, it's confirmed that there's stuff happening that we can't see with our own eyes. And so I don't think it's crazy to believe in ghosts or anything like that. But dolls seem to be like a magnet for paranormal stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a ghost possession thing happening, is probably in a doll. I don't know, maybe it's because they want like a body to like move around in and stuff, but
and managed to catch this. The eerie sound of footsteps making their way up the stairs can clearly be heard. And it's terrifying to think that something that we cannot see was walking up those stairs.
Let me adjust the microphone a little bit here so you can hear me better.
And probably standing directly in front of her.
Yeah.
Number 2. The South Cax YouTube channel is run by a couple.
See, and like that didn't I appreciate videos like that because there's no, it's, you know, it's like, here's the sound, you can clearly hear something there that's not, you know what I'm saying? It could still be fake, but, you know, I appreciate videos like that aren't trying to like be like, oh look, my kitchen cabinets just opened on their own stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Named Dustin and Lisa, who often go on haunted adventures in an attempt to prove the existence of the other side. Well, in one of their most recent videos, they set out to conduct a paranormal investigation at the abandoned Lake Shawnee amusement park. And during its 40 years of operation, 2 deaths took place on the premises. But before this land was ever turned into an amusement park, this was actually the site of a massacre. After landowner Mitchell Clay's children were targeted by Native Americans, 2 of his children had been killed, while a third was captured and burned at the stake. And it also coincidentally turns out that this land is actually the burial ground of Native Americans. Well, as Dustin and Lisa begin their investigation.
Alright, now look. Obviously that happened like 100, 200 plus years ago, right? It's a shame what happened to the Native Americans in America by the hands of the white people. Like, we can all acknowledge that and accept that we did some pretty shitty things, right? But at the same time, like, some pretty shitty things happened to some other people who probably maybe didn't do too many things to deserve, you know, their 3 kids being murdered. Like, listen, every spot on this entire planet probably at one point has had somebody buried in it. You know? Just think about it. This planet's been around for, you know, some billions of years, right? Or hundreds of millions at least. So, considering that, first of all, I don't think humans are the only things that have ghosts. I don't think we're the only things that have spirits or souls or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, ghosts, you know, you can have ghost animals, ghost bears, ghost cats, ghost everything, right? So just consider that. Like, I understand some things being sacred land for some people, especially myself being pagan. Like, I know, like, there are definitely some, like, Norse burial grounds that are considered sacred that nobody would like anybody just, like, plowing over and planting a house on. But, you know, after a certain point, man, it's just like, I don't know. Like, you can't preserve everything forever. And, you know, obviously, I just don't feel like murdering children is a right way to, like, retaliate against somebody, like, building on a sacred land or something that you consider sacred. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you consider it sacred doesn't make it supernaturally sacred or protected or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And, like, it's unfortunate that, like, people were buried there, absolutely. Like, and then, like, if the graveyard that my mom is buried in was, like, plowed over and they built, like, an amusement park on it, I'd be upset too. But I probably wouldn't murder the children of the people who lived on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just too far to me.
They're eager to see what they may catch, and it looks like they managed to catch something on video without even realizing until later reviewing the footage.
The object that I'm holding, it kind of looks like a necklace, and you're more than welcome to touch it. It just lets me know answers to questions that I ask you. So
It's very
feel
smoky.
free to answer as much or as little as you would like.
A lot of cars going by.
In the background, behind Lisa,
He's gonna
a
point out that
dark
shadow.
can be seen walking back and forth in front of the picnic table. And after reviewing this footage several times, I determined that this was definitely not Lisa's shadow. So could
it's
this
the shadow
possibly
of
be
the swing right
spirit
there.
of someone that lost their life on these grounds? I'll let you decide.
Probably. I mean,
if
I
you're
don't know.
enjoying the video so far, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Number 3. This next video comes from TikTok user Tar0G. The man behind this account is currently house-sitting an old home in New England, Massachusetts. And since he's been living there, he's noticed strange things that he just can't explain.
Ghosts, boy.
And most of these things tend to happen in the basement. Well, he recently decided to set up his camera, and this is what he managed to catch.
A ghost lives in my basement. Activities have picked up, so I decided to record every time I go down there. This time I caught it on video.
Hold up. You have to take a ladder into your basement? And then you have to carry your laundry down the ladder? Dude, F that. F that. I can't help but look at that big yellow shirt hanging in the background like it's gonna move or something. Wait. This little, yeah, the little broomstick next to the shirt moved. Okay.
While doing laundry in the basement,
Yeah, that's freaky.
a broom in the background eerily begins to move on its own before randomly getting knocked to the floor. There's clearly nothing around that could be causing this broom to move.
That's pretty freaky.
Unless, of course, it's something that we cannot see. Now, besides the paranormal broom activity, the scariest part of this video is the fact that this man has to carry a laundry basket down a ladder into this small hole
Yeah,
in the
dude,
floor.
no doubt, that is the
Clearly,
scariest
the
part.
architect for this
What the
house
hell?
was definitely on something.
I agree, dude. Like,
Number
what the hell?
4. Sean and Cody behind the new reality.
How'd they get the laundry machine down there? Like, you know? Like, imagine, you saw how hard that guy struggled to get the laundry basket down there? How did they get the laundry machine down there? I don't understand. Like, did they, like, cut a hole in the floor and then put it back or something? Like, it's crazy to me.
Paranormal YouTube channel often set out to investigate places that most wouldn't dare set foot in. One of these places being an old abandoned farmhouse located in Southern California and being the site of a massacre. It's no surprise that Sean and Cody have had quite a few experiences at this location. And during one of their live stream investigations at the farmhouse, they managed to catch something making a surprise appearance.
Ghost hunter.
What's going on, crew? Or no. What's up, Mikey? What was that?
Dude, did you just hear that, bro?
Was a shuffle behind you? What was that? Did you feel footsteps behind you or what?
Behind me, dude, like something ran up.
After hearing a noise behind him, Cody quickly turns around to take a look, and as soon as he does,
Yeah,
a
this
ghostly
mist
white
comes up
mist
to its
manifests
flashlight.
out
It's
of
pretty
nowhere.
weird.
And this mist looks to flow directly into the light of his flashlight. Cody went on to explain how he felt footsteps coming up behind him, which leads me to believe that this ghostly mist could possibly be the cause of this activity. Number 5. Paranormal investigators Celia and Jonathan run a YouTube channel called Paranormal Voyages, where they travel the country in search of evidence of the afterlife. Well, in one of their investigations from 2019, they set out to explore the
the
world-famous
Clown
Clown
Motel.
Motel in Tonopah, Nevada. Opened
Classic.
in 1985, this creepy motel features 2,000 clowns around the property, and this motel happens to be right next to a
Classic.
cemetery, which may just explain the strange activity that guests often complain of. Well, towards the end of their investigation, they managed to catch something truly bizarre.
Do you not want to talk to me anymore?
We'll see.
Spirit boxes, then,
Is that a warning?
are so weird. First of all, I hate that spirit boxes are called spirit boxes. Like, it bothers me till no end, bro. Like, please just call it something scientific, like the EMF detector. Like, does. Like, can we please find a better name for the spirit box? Because, like, when you take a spirit box encounter to a skeptic, they're like, oh, a spirit box. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, it sounds stupid.
I felt the thump back here.
The thump.
That's me.
What we just captured is amazing evidence. Just before I feel the back of the chair vibrate, there's a translucent anomaly that goes directly up the clown's leg, then up the back of the chair where I felt the vibration, and vanishes. Right after this
That's an
happens,
orb, dude.
a male
Like,
voice
orbs
comes
don't
through
count.
the spirit box
Orbs are
and says,
not things.
That's me.
what we captured on camera is visual and audible evidence to support my personal experience.
Using my energy to move those hands. What do you say?
Couldn't make out what she said. Are you still here?
I'm tired.
You're tired?
We
Okay.
want to turn the spirit box off now. Can you tell us goodbye?
Goodbye.
Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Do it.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Say goodbye. They're tired, man. They went to sleep.
Amazing.
Hand moves.
was cool stuff.
Why would you have that clown, dude?
Yeah, but you know what? All the
Like,
that
that's
takes
like a
lot of energy
person.
now, it does.
Yeah.
Okay, he said leave that one light.
But I will tell you this.
Oh, the hand did
what I
move.
experienced tonight, you guys
The right
really
hand
have a
moved.
connection in this room. In this room. Whatever else is in this room. Need my help, Jonathan? You know what? I don't have a connection. I don't have a.
His hand just moved.
Really?
It
It's
seemed like
down. It just moved. I just watched. Whoa.
What happened there?
Both hands fell.
No.
Thank
because
you.
they turned the light on and now it got energy.
Tell me,
Camera's rolling.
Holy
tell me I didn't block that. I hope to God I didn't
Where were
block
you
that.
at?
no.
If you're right here,
He
you
was
you
right.
run in the way.
He was right here.
Okay, but if it moves
Roll out
now, it's even more
vibration.
impressive
We've
because
been
it's
all
not
around
like
here. I literally
all night.
walked
All
around
night.
here.
because it's
All night.
like
I've walked over
sliding
there,
off.
I've walked
You know
back
what I'm
and
saying?
forth.
Like, it's
What
like
you
it was
just
already at an
witnessed is
angle.
real
Like it looked like it was
poltergeist
holding on.
activity.
That's not
Not
poltergeist.
once, but
Poltergeist activity is not that, dude. That is not poltergeist activity. That's movement of an object. Listen, a poltergeist activity is. My name's Poltergeist, okay? I would know. Alright? Poltergeists, throw things across rooms. They make a lot of noise. They bang, they boom. That's literally why they're called poltergeists. It means rumble ghost in German, okay? Because they're making noise. They're being noisy and loud. Okay, that's not poltergeist activity. That's, that's paranormal activity for sure, but it's not like we caught good poltergeist activity evidence. Like, no, you didn't.
twice.
If one of those clowns like flew across the room, like off a shelf, like 5 feet, not even just like fell off, but like jumped off, that's poltergeist
Just
activity.
before I turn the lights on, you can see the clown's right hand slightly move. Shortly after, the right hand comes completely off the top of his lap.
Yeah, because it was no
Once
longer
Celia brings this
balanced.
to our
It's like
attention,
barely
all-
like the weight of the arm.
comes completely.
All right, so imagine this is the knee, and this is the hand that is chilling there, right? So like the arm's already like this, right? So like the weight of the elbow and the bicep is already like dragging down on that. It's like that finger, that middle finger and index finger are just like hanging onto nothing basically. So like if eventually it's gonna slide off because of gravity.
Off the top of his lap.
Same for the left hand.
Once Celia brings this to our attention, all three of us witnessed the left hand fall down.
Not trying to
This
discredit,
completely blows
but
our minds. We do not feel vibration was a
I don't
factor, as we had walked around the clown all night.
vibration isn't always a factor, dude. Like, listen, first of all, you're in a building, buildings shake and they vibrate and you can't feel it, okay? Like the ground underneath is moving at all times, the planet is rotating constantly. Like, we are not in a perfectly still world, okay? Like, stuff moves, and when stuff isn't perfectly balanced on a flat surface, it's gonna slide off. This will happen in everybody's house, haunted or not, okay? Like, you can do this with anything. Like, I know sometimes I'll try to like balance things a little bit off center and like they'll hold for a little bit and then I'll come back the next day and it'll be falling off and I'm like, dang it, I didn't have it secured enough. This is the same case, dude. That hand wasn't secured on the knee of the puppet or mannequin, whatever you want to call it. And like, you know what I'm saying? And, none of this happens until everybody's up and moving around. So, like, you're stepping on floorboards. When you're stepping on the floorboards, even if you can't see it, there's flex, okay? In the same way as when you swing a baseball bat and hit a baseball, when the bat hits the baseball, okay, the bat flexes back and then flings the ball forward in an instant. You can't see it with your own naked eye because it's so fast and immediate, okay? But like, that type of physics happens nonstop everywhere. Okay, so when you're walking around on floors, wooden floors, especially in old buildings like this clown motel's old, bro. So the floor is not going to be, you're not walking on a concrete floor is probably like the only exception to where there's not going to be any flex when you step on it. Okay, and I guarantee you the floor in this place is not concrete. Okay, like, and I'm not trying to like discredit these people. Like, obviously they're ghost hunters, they're professionals, they know what they're doing. But also, they're going to take every single bit of anything that they can find and use it as evidence. So I don't think that the hands are evidence. I like the spirit box activity. That was good. And she said she heard a thump behind her. That's good. But I just feel like the fact that these hands didn't start moving until everybody was up and moving around, and now he's saying like it wasn't vibrations. Like, you can't prove that. You cannot prove that it wasn't vibrations because you don't see everything happening at such a small microscopic scale. You know what I'm saying? Like, physics is physics. Like, and you have to take into account all physics when you think about this kind of stuff.
And the hands never budged. I knew just as soon as I would say cut cameras, something would happen, so I left 2 rolls.
All right, and like he is moving around a little bit, but like there's at least 3 people in this room. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's those 2, and I'm pretty sure I hear 1 other voice. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still sticking to what I said.
Just in case, and I'm glad I did.
Coincidentally, after saying, I wish his hands would have moved, both of the clown's hands fall to its sides one by one.
Also, not to mention, it's wearing like a silk outfit. Like, there's no friction there.
Investigators ruled out vibration as being the cause of this movement, as they had been walking around this clown all night. Now, my question to you is, would you stay at this motel?
Yeah, they've been walking around the clown all night, and all night that hand was minusculely... Minusculely? Is that a word? Minusculely? Minuscule motions that you cannot record. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's little small micro transactions, if you will, of movement happening that you're not going to be able to see with your eye or with that camera, especially if you're, let's be real, that camera is probably recording 60 frames per second max, if that. Like, probably more like 25 or 30. Like, let's be real here. Like, you're going to need a super slow motion camera to be able to notice these types of things. And especially when there's no friction, like, come on, man.
I think I would, but if I saw this oversized clown move, it's getting a roundhouse kick to the forehead.
Facts.
Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to follow me on Instagram.
Yo, follow Fearsome Top 5. That was a pretty good video. I liked it. I have never seen any of these videos before, so that's good. And this video just came out this week, so I am going to definitely be subscribing to Fearsome Top 5 and checking out and doing more reacts to this channel. So subscribe to me, subscribe to Fearsome Top 5, and check back in. We'll do some more reacts to it, and yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. We'll see you next time. Peace.